This ABC 15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.
Hi, I'm Steve IRVIN with your top stories from ABC 15 Arizona. For the second time in a week, Arizona has added more than 1,000 COVID cases in a single day. Our positivity rate is up across the board. The number of tests now coming back positive is at 13% today, and we added 7 new COVID-related deaths. The Scottsdale Unified School District Governing Board getting an update on the spread of COVID-19 in the district and the current outbreak at Chaparral High School. There are 18 confirmed active cases on campus, and the district is waiting for the county to confirm at least a few more reported positives. A teacher at Chaparral tells our own Danielle Lerner they're not panicking, but there is growing anxiety and frustration over reports of large gatherings off campus and parents sending sick kids to school.
Getting school started back should be, for our society, a major goal. And it's worth making some sacrifices to make that happen.
200 Chaparral families have been told to quarantine because of possible exposure. A former Scottsdale police commander accused of withholding information from internal affairs and is now fighting to get his job back. The personnel board hearing for former commander Aaron Miner started today. In 2019, Miner reported an assistant police chief who made homophobic comments during a staff meeting. The assistant chief received verbal counseling for violating city policy, but Miner was ultimately fired for what he did not say to an internal affairs sergeant investigating the homophobic remarks.
Aaron never told me that he talked to Chief Hawk. He never told me that Lieutenant Hawk was upset. He didn't tell me that he spoke to multiple people in between, all these people that were potential witnesses. I didn't know any of that information.
Miner believes the real reason he was fired was for being a whistleblower. Scottsdale's police chief is expected to testify in the hearing tomorrow. A school bus driver arrested, accused of being impaired behind the wheel with students on board. This is 65-year-old Charles Hogue. Coconino County deputies say yesterday they were called to the scene of a crash where a school bus went off the road and into a ditch. 16 elementary school kids were on board at the time. None of them seriously hurt, although deputies say 2 students were taken to a Flagstaff hospital to be checked out. An update now on the horse fire burning in Crown King. Evacuation still in effect as fire crews work to contain this one. It's up to 9,100 acres, 21% contained. Firefighters are attacking the fire from the air and the ground. The cause still under investigation, but officials do believe this was started by a person. With exactly 2 weeks until Election Day, Maricopa County is starting to count the votes that have already come in. More than 645,000 ballots are already being counted. And while the counting happens now, we will not be seeing those results until Election Day. In fact, these votes and most early ballots received by Halloween will be part of that first update on election night, revealed right about 8 o'clock on November 3rd, just about an hour after the polls close. The next update between 9 and 11 on election night will come from all votes cast in person on Election Day, and then the county will continue adding to the totals after 7 o'clock every night following Election Day. They say the later updates help make sure votes are counted in as few days as possible. ABC 15 is taking action to make sure your vote counts this election season. You got issues, concerns, questions? Email us at yourvote@abc15.com.
Tracking your forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Amber Sellens, and another sunny and dry day tomorrow here in the valley. You may see a few high thin clouds now and again, but overall mostly sunny and still 10 degrees above normal. Highs hitting the upper 90s in the afternoon, 97 in Phoenix around 3 p.m. and we'll start those 90s around noon tomorrow. Early morning temperatures still looking great. We'll get down into the 60s across the valley tonight, and then the heat is on, not just here, but across central and southern Arizona and all out to the west tomorrow, where we continue to see these highs in the mid to upper 90s. Up north, mid to upper 80s for Prescott, Payson, and Sedona. These spots here in the mid 80s for the next couple of days too. But big changes are coming as we look at your 7-day forecast. We are gradually going to see these temperatures drop into the weekend. And then we got a storm system coming in, which could bring rain and even snow to the higher terrain on Monday. Look at that temperature drop early next week. The valley down into the 70s.
For the latest headlines, weather, and traffic, head to abc15.com or download the free ABC 15 mobile app.
This ABC 15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.